E-Class 350. Very fun daily. Get some parts for this and get back to work on this. This is very close. We're really close on this, so let's get to work. Luna. All right, everybody, we got a bunch of wiring. We got a bunch of this stuff. We're gonna use 40 foot, 30 foot of this, 30 foot of this stuff. This will be 40 foot of it. Not cheap stuff, but makes it look better. Some plastic that we're doing now, shaving. We gotta clean this thing out. We got this here. It's gonna be something like that we're gonna end up putting some toggle switches on. Well, for the fuel and the fan, that's how I've been running it. The fuel, I could run it on the fuel tech, and I may still do that, but in the future, I'm not going to do that anyway. I will once it gets 550, but we're 450 right now. With the 450, we can run traction control. I'd like to figure that out before I go 550, because otherwise, I mean, there's not really a whole hell of a lot of use of me going anything else if I can't get this thing to hook up. So, yeah, right now, we're working on putting our ground in here. We got that done. The ground for our one toggle, which is the relay. It's going to be for our fuel pump. It's going to trigger our relay to our fuel pump. I'll show you all this stuff. We got some wire around here. Yeah, just give me a minute. Let's do some stuff. Okay. Up through there, we went with it. All right, tuck that in a little bit more. You can see the green wire I used. Pulled it out because I was checking something and I got to put that back. But we'll be putting this in here then. Up through there, where's up through there obviously. And then it goes over to this switch right here. So we got that in there. And then I have the fan. As you can hear, it kicks on without the switch being on. That's how I did that, because I like to be able to do that so I can turn everything else off and still cool the car down. So that's the reason why we did that. As you can see, you can't turn the fuel pump on. And if you go to the accessories, you can see accessory. You can't turn the fuel pump on. But if you go to there, you can. And then, if you want, you can let it on and still turn it off by the key. That's what I wanted to do. So if you wanted to, you can key on and then shut it off if you want to as well. And then we finished all our wiring for the fuel tech, which I might have showed some of this earlier. I can't remember. If I did, I'll probably delete it out. But we got two grounds here, positive here, fuel pump here, fan here, ground. We might have to figure out something with these, like run two posts off of this and run like a power block, which I did buy, and I'll probably end up using that. Just wanted to get everything going. We can still do that, but right now this works. Whatever, it works for me. Like I said, I bought stuff to the power blocks, which I might have showed you guys already. So that's done. And then we hooked up the two-step. And then we hooked up 12-volt signal to the fuel tank. And then that gave us the fuel tank. So there we go. Now we'll end up setting that up next. This is a lot different since the last time you've seen it. Much neater. We got everything tucked in there. We'll be able to put this back down, and we always tape this over top of it anyway to keep it down. So we'll be able to tape that. That'll look pretty good. And then we used all this braided stuff, like black braiding, come up through. What we're gonna do here is kind of, is that right, Luna? I don't know if you guys heard Luna back there. Anyway, we're gonna put this right here. We're gonna put some fuel in it real quick. See if this pump's gonna work and push any kind of debris out of it. There shouldn't be no debris because I made sure it was clean. Well, you guys can see that's flowing pretty damn well. About half a gallon already. Yeah, half a gallon E85 pretty quick, but literally wanted to do that to make sure no debris or anything getting in it. Clean, clean, clean. I gotta test this E85 too. I'm gonna test this, see what comes out. Just checked again, we have no fuel leaks. I'm not sure if I checked that on camera or not. I'll find that out when I edit it. So right now, we're gonna use this Holly tester. That's what I use. Use the Holly tester. We're gonna see where we're at with this thing. Just some simple water that you drink. And then there's a line right here. You just fill it up to that line. That'll be a little bit over. It always takes a little bit of time to do this. Sometimes you get it right away. Right there on the line. And then you have the other line, which is right up the top. I'm going to fill the E85 up to there. And you put your cap on. Shake it up a little bit. And then you'll see the water separate. Which we're right around E79, something like that. E79, or like E79, somewhere in there. So, not very good to make a lot of power with, but what we're going to end up doing, I think, guys, is I'd like to stay with pump E85, but it hasn't been proved to be very good lately. But we also actually have a little bit of pump E85 in there that is a little old. So mixing it together, that's where we're at, about E79. Not too bad. I mean, I think we're going to run race fuel, though. It's a little bit more expensive, but we might do a tune on pump and do one on race fuel. That might be the way to do it. That right there, we can, if we do decide to street drive it, we will. I really don't want to street drive it anymore. There's so much money in it. That's what the silver car is for. We'll get the silver car back going really soon as well. But yeah, now let's get back to work. Alright, as you guys can see, we got that taped up, the plastic lid over top of it, the wires coming out, all cleaned up, looking good, in my opinion. Okay, as you guys can see, car is finally on the ground. I do have to jack it back up a little bit here, and when I go to put the antifreeze in the radiator, I haven't done that yet, but I wanted to put it on the ground so I could actually look at it. But everything we got to do is put antifreeze in the radiator. The fan is done, or I might have to flip that. I can't remember. Might want to check that again. So check the fan, make sure the fan's blowing the right direction, and tighten catch can fittings yet. Those need to be done yet. Those are not tight. So that's everything we have to do yet, guys. Put some radiator fluid in it tomorrow or the next day, and then, well, yeah, tomorrow, and then we're going to try to start doing a bass tune. We'll try to do some of that on video for you guys. Not a lot of it. Kind of important. We have to run a boost controller as well. I'm going to put the manual on it just for right now. We have to finish doing, you guys probably can't see it over there, but there's a plug right here for all the extra stuff. And I think it's like 18 gauge wire, or not 8, yeah, like 20 gauge, 22 gauge wire. I'm going to ask some people that actually have Fuel Tech too. And maybe I'll just call Fuel Tech tomorrow and see what wire that is. And so we can pin everything for that, so we can put our boost solenoid on. So we're not running a manual boost controller. But that right there, we have to do that as well. Yeah, we have to put a boost controller on it. And that's it yet. We got to have a boost controller because we want to be able to control it with that. We should be able to do some better control with the car with the boost controller. I might be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But, you know, we'll have to get some new, probably some new hose for that. Figure out where we're going to mount that. Maybe right here. There's a lot of heat here, so probably over by the catch can. Try to get it away from it as possible. Probably come over here, probably by the catch can. Hose here is already long enough for that. Gotta get away from the heat. But yeah, literally, I'll put the manual one on it tomorrow. Fill the radiator up, and like I said, we'll do a bit of a video on that, guys, and we'll post some of it up for you. I'm going to try to put all this together. I don't know what I've done and what I haven't done. The grass has been crazy, mowing a lot of grass this year, working. Life's just been busy. At least I'm feeling better, so, you know, that's like the best thing. So this is Close-O, so we're about ready to go fucking racing.